And we're back. I hope everyone enjoyed their Labor Day weekend, and for those of you watching afterwards, this video was recorded on the day after Labor Day. This has no merits to you at all. Yes, last time we got the lucky penny. And this means we need to go down into the basement, which I honestly forget how we get into. It may just be like blocked with a 7-point spell that we couldn't get rid of before, but hey, lady.
I can't get the blood out!
Well, I do believe this answers the question of how we get down to the basement. Ask and ye shall receive, and make you wish you hadn't. Now we're in the basement. Pump action shotgun. You may remember this from that intro bit where they throw you in medias res just to mess with you. Shotgun chill. Door. Brass framework hangs from the ceiling, cradling the globe in the observatory above. It seems to have been modified, now part of some elaborate locking mechanism. Oh, this is needlessly bizarre. Heavy impact soba. Fuse box and circuit breaker array is situated on the wall. All but one of the fuses are intact. The absence of this one is suspicious, and until it is replaced, the circuit connected to it is useless. Well, let's violate the warranty. Take that, warranty. The safe is large and old-fashioned, made in the days when security was derived from the heavy metal construction rather than secure locking mechanisms. Doesn't look like it would be too difficult to break the combination, if only Alex had a stethoscope near the tumblers more clearly. Well, anything else interesting in the basement? Like creepy cool? Or? A stockpile of Edward's port. One of his many eccentricities, his taste for port went hand in hand with his appetite for knowledge. No doubt his quests were fueled by this little cache. Is the safe anything? I'm actually kind of disappointed at how few things there are to look at down here. Considering how busy the rest of the mansion is. A hellish depiction of some monstrous landscape. A blood-colored sky hangs over a dementedly surreal land in which flayed skins flap in a acidic breeze. What mind could have conceived this? Yeah, the house is getting worse, I think. But here we are in that room. I think. Was this that room? No, this was that other room. This was that room. got a page from Max's journal. This should be good for a laugh. I sought to love all, yet now love causes me pain and suffering. I have learned to fear nothing, although it is nothing that I most fear. All that were loyal to me now number among my worst enemies. Anything else? An antique medicine cabinet hangs on the wall. Its wood is stained from years of use and the ambient humidity in the room. Let's see what's inside.
You are not free to leave this plane until you complete a task for me. You are to hunt and kill the master of this house. Do this one thing, and you will be free. Else fear the wrath of Xel'lotath. Everything is complete for your arrival, Master. Now we must wait for the planets to align, and that is not too many years from now. Another Roivus has crossed our path. This time, we will not be so merciful.
Mercy has no place in this world.
He will meet such a horrible death that the rest of the line will never set foot in his house again.
Pray to me that they don't.
Well, that would appear to be what killed Grandpa Edward. So I wonder what this not foreboding at all chapter, A Legacy of Darkness, could possibly be about.
My education in psychiatry did not prepare me. I would love to see how Freud's view of his mother would change with the knowledge of Chattur'gha. How Skinner would incorporate Xel'lotath into his behaviorist theories. How Jung would accommodate Xel'lotath into his theory of the collective unconscious. Like my ancestor Maximilian, I too had an interest in my family tree. As a psychiatrist, I believed that science could provide answers into my family's sordid, bizarre past. It was with great excitement that I began my search. The mansion's history was filled with my colorful predecessors. Everything from convicted and hung witches to committed madmen, each laying their own peculiar mark on its character. I intended to find their secrets.
Yep, we are Edward Roivus. What's this? Journal of Family History. Okay, now that's weird. Oh yeah, this is hilarious. A small flask of the old sauce. Liquid courage. A magical elixir to power one's spirit in the face of adversity. Bottoms up! Yeah. A musty old book, bound in dry, dusty leather. This book covers the early history of the Roivus family, dating back before the settlers in this land. There appears to be something pressed between the pages. Should we get it out? The minute hand of a clock. Now, there's something interesting we can do once we get the tome in this chapter, but that's going to be saved for outtakes, just because it really is outtake material. It's kind of monotonous grinding. Oh, there is a door here. And that was the way out of them. I'm going to check the back of the library, because I lost my bearings. And now it won't stop raining.
You know who I am, Edward. Although you are doing your best not to believe it, I am, or was, Maximilian Roivas, your ancestor. I died in an asylum after trying to warn the world. The pain and anguish I felt in that cell has empowered me to linger after my death. I must complete what I started, Edward. The darkness must be stopped, or all of humanity may end. Sets the clock to the 33rd minute of the 3rd hour.
I wonder what that could possibly do. You know? Nice to see you again, Max. You're looking a bit pale, but... Magic Pool is what they call the regeneration spell I've been so gleefully using throughout most of the game. Well, ever since I got it. There is amazingly no plot-relevant use to it at all. It's more useful than many of the plot-relevant spells. A large carriage clock sitting on the foyer table. Beautifully crafted, but it appears to be stuck, with the hands set permanently to 3:33. As Edward nears, the servant stops mumbling to herself and asks him if he thinks the weather will clear up before the solstice. Edward finds the reference to the solstice rather odd and ponders its significance. We got bullet! With no one living in the house for a long time, it's no wonder the pantry is empty. Edward lives out of the refrigerator, so to speak. Yes, this is a younger Edward than we've ever seen. He's chipper. The servant notices Edward's presence and comments on the weather. Idle chit-chat. How are you, Mr. Piano? There's your... Edward has never learned the piano, but that's not stopped him from hammering away at the keys now and again. It's very therapeutic. Perhaps one day he'll learn properly. Ooh. Cavalry saber. Just imagine going, "Sir, must you wander around brandishing a sword?" Yes, I must. Puttering around with the crockery, the servant informs Edward the table has been set for him just as he likes it. Ah yes, the good old mural, except it's really, really dark in here. Keeps locking this thing. I mean, really. I'll find out who's locking that basement constantly. I'm going to chop their head off. Chop, chop, chop. Oh, isn't that just the loveliest painting? Not like that flayed skin painting that Alex has. He cannot see you. Wow, those shotgun shells are pretty old. What do we got here? brooding, melancholic paintings. Oh, that was a kind of freaky there. You gonna freak out at the tub, Edward? The master bathroom is woefully Spartan and only barely contemporary. It appears to satisfy the most practical of tastes, or perhaps someone who has their mind on other things. Hey, buddy. Buddy. Small talk, nothing interesting. Ammo. Elephant gun ammunition. I like the sound of that. Edward is reassured at the sight of the family gun cabinet, itself a priceless antique. He would rather not have to smash windows to get inside, but where did he leave the key? Another one. This book covers the recent history of the Roivas family, going back perhaps 150 years. It's got the other hand of the clock in it. That probably shouldn't really surprise anyone. Yeah, this mansion never is clean. It's got guardians infesting the foundations and... That was decidedly unpleasant. An exorbitant and out-of-place stained glass window ends the hallway. Whoever put it here had eclectic taste, and confirms Edward's belief that the mansion is more folly than a real house. Well, we can now solve the puzzle. We're also coming up on one of the only points where I may save scum, as it were. There's something missable that is too hilarious to not get. Time bends to my will. Yes, I am the Time Master. Oh, it was Max who had this passage built, eh?
Take them and use them. They are humanity's only hope. Destroy the Guardians, Edward, and avenge my waste and death.
Death. Death. Death everywhere. I forget where we pick up the shotgun exactly. It's probably in the basement where it was with Alex. Told yet. And now we save. As is always the case, that starts stuff. No time for you, lady. Oh, bottom half of the basement key. So that creature was clearly invisible, and it was Xel'lotath in alignment. And it just went upstairs. Leave him be! Okay there, buddy? Shaken by his brush with death, the servant gives his thanks. He warns that the creature might still be around, and extra firepower would be handy. Reminded by his own words, he fishes a key from his pocket and gives it to Edward. Indeed. That was what we could miss. We are now effectively hunting for it. Or did it not drop the key piece somewhere? We don't, like... No, way down there. Did I miss where to find that thing? Oop. How do we get that other half of the key? Eh. It must have just gone through here. Where are you? What?
Dear God!
Aha! I missed it going upstairs. That man's probably dead now, but... the other half of the key? Well, since we're here... The gun cabinet is now unlocked. Did I miss the other half in the secret room, or...? gonna bug me, isn't it? It can't have been the secret room, because then we could have just gone downstairs as soon as he did that. Sure you didn't drop anything else? Oh, he's getting closer. Oh, it got him. Poor guy. Ah! Nope, nope. Did we get really messed up by that? It's kind of annoying. Wow. Ah, there we go. We just had to keep at it. Now we need a bit more. The Roivas family is terrible with keys, I must say. I don't want to go back down there without mana, so... We can unlock it. This is the boring part, folks. Let's see if we can magic pool a fiver.
Pardon, Rickmore, pardon.
I forget if I mentioned that thing is called a vampire, officially. I forget if there's any differences between the various versions of it. I mean, appearance-wise. It's functionally the same creature no matter what version you're in, unlike a lot of the other stuff. Saber. We should be good now. I say should, but... Alright, this is... Did we just... No, it doesn't care about the damage field. There we go. And because he deserves it... So let's get to looting. Double shotgun. Oh, was there more shotgun shells? Oh, revolver ammo. Now, oh wait, what's this here? Ah yes, the old Scarlet Rush. As all things should point to you, next session, or next episode, we're going to war. It's over here. Alright, that, yeah. Going to war with the city of Xel'lotath. Maximilian had not lied. The city is miraculous, but it glows in the darkness like an incredible jewel. The thought of what lies inside, the guardians of Xel'lotath, makes Edward shiver with fear. 9 great towers dwarf the surrounding city. Perhaps the towers serve as a focus, channeling great tides of energy into the city itself? We'll find out the answer to that question next time on Let's Play Eternal Darkness. Later, everyone. We're going to war!